Guys, so today today I'm feeling a bit okay, and I want to take some advantage of my camera today and my time so that we can talk a little bit whilst I show you some things too as well. I'm going to show you around whilst I try to answer some of your questions too as well. And trying my tripod too as well. I'm using a very heavy tripod, which sometimes it keeps moving in a direction that I don't like because it's too heavy. But I'll get the right tripod so that we can get a good vibe out of our videos too as well. You know, I like to get you a raw content, a natural one too as well. Anyway, this is where I live, okay? I live here. And in my last video, I had some questions. So like I said, whenever you ask me a question, I'll try as much as I can to answer you and then bring you some content too out of it too as well. This is how my neighborhood looks. All right, so this side is actually part of my condominium, and I like places like this, very quiet, with some nice, like creeks. This creek here is connected to the other side of my building. There are a lot of tiny fishes and crabs and lobsters too as well. Yesterday, I saw some lobster in these waters, but it was a dead one. They have a lot of holes over there. But anyway, let's continue. Yeah, so I had a question from a viewer who was simply asking me about how I feel about here. And let me read there. I took a screenshot of it. I'm going to check it out. This is where we live. Any part of where we live is simply full of trees. All right, so I had one of my viewers asking me if I feel happier here in the States or I feel happier in Brazil. And I decided to answer this question. There are some other questions too as well, but I think every single question that I will have from you guys, I have to answer it with preciseness. These places here are research centers. It looks like there is nobody, but there are people inside working, even though you don't see cars here. Because I live in in a research area. Let me just say, this particular city itself is full of universities, and a lot of research goes on here. And I think it's one of the good places you can raise a family, because it's not full of gunshot and stuff like that. But anyway, from time to time you get some gunshot here. Like last time we were sleeping and we had some gunshots, and in the morning I checked. In the morning I woke up to check what really happened, and they say it was a robbery, attempted robbery, but nobody died, but somebody got hurt because the victim was shot many times. And I heard it, like it was a very loud gunshot, it was like very loud gunshot. 2 shots or 3 shots, yeah. Maybe I can try to show you where it happened. It was somewhere around a gas station here. Guys. Anyway, I haven't forgotten. I'm going to still... Guys, I have to be very careful because I'm using this electric bike, and people can drive in a way that it can hurt you here. So you just have to be very careful. This state is now growing and developing, so you see a lot of these type of buildings. These are new buildings and they have new owners. When I got here, they were still building it. They didn't have these buildings here last year. It was basically, it was a plain land and the construction was going on. But it looks like it has been finished. And people are already living here because there are a lot of cars here. It looks just like my place. All right, so I had this question: if I look happier in Brazil or I look happier here, where do I look much more happier? Of course, the truth is I look more happier in Brazil because I like to explore these kind of places, but they can be very dangerous too because there are a lot of animals. You can come across bear, you can come across alligators too as well. And yeah, you just have to get a good, kit to use in exploring these kind of places. We have a lot of places like this here, too many forests. But anyway, let me let me tell you this. there is a train track here. You see? There is a train track here. And it goes through. Tell me what you think about here. I think it's a very cool place. The city I live, it's a very cool city. You won't have so much route and everything happening here. Yes. Let me use the other side because I don't like riding on the street. You might not know if there is some kind of crazy driver who will drive towards you. So I like to use the pedestrians, which is the pavements like this. All right, so I'm much more happier in Brazil. And like I said, I am only here for, for some reason. And as soon as we are done, we'll be going back to Brazil. And the reason why I look much more happier in Brazil is, I love where there are people. I love to get, like people vibe. I'm not saying here you won't get it, but every place has its own vibe. And here, even the place where there are people, the vibe is not that good. Let me sit here a little bit. Park my bike and then remove this camera or leave it. Let me leave it. Let me get a different, I have a different selfie stick here, which I can simply use. Let me. I work with a variety of selfie stick so that I can use it depending on what I want to do. And this one here is much more longer than this one. And yeah, so this is where I live. I live here. This is where I live. My neighborhood, I don't live here, but here is simply part of my neighborhood. And like I said, I feel much more happier in Brazil than here because of the vibe in Brazil is very different, and things are not expensive in Brazil too as well, like they are out here. And guys, my camera just fell. I hope I don't scratch it. My camera just fell, guys. Let me look for a different position. I think here is okay. All right, so here is a bus stop where you sit for the bus to pick you up. There are buses, There are buses that can simply pick you up if you don't have a car. You just have to know the time that they normally pass. So like I said, I love Brazil than any other place in the world. And the reason is very simple. The vibe in Brazil is different. You understand? I'm trying to adjust living here. And lucky for me, I have a very decent life, not too much. Because like I said, I don't have a permission to work here. So I don't work here. I work for the Brazilian government remotely. So my salary is from Brazil. And I'll do a different video to talk about how I manage myself financially, how I'm able to sustain myself. Because I know you guys might be thinking of what I make in Brazil wouldn't be enough for me to sustain myself here. Yeah, it's understandable. But I'll do another video and then I'll give you a bit more detail about it. And yeah, so yeah, I am much more happy in Brazil than any other place, not only here in America, in the United States, but I'm happier in Brazil even more than my own country. You understand, which is Ghana. For you guys who don't really know me, I'm originally from Ghana, and I live here in North Carolina because my wife is simply here to study. So I'm here with her so that we can simply help each other, take care of the kids, and give her some helping hand too as well. So yeah, that is the main reason why I'm here, while she study. So like I said, the vibe here is okay. I don't have friends. Even in Brazil, I don't have friends, but I have a lot of acquaintances that I vibe with. And another thing is the weather here. Winter here is just too much. Yeah, winter here, it snows, it gets really cold. And now we are in spring. And I'm trying to get used to the weather here because I don't know. I'll just say I love Brazil than any other place on this earth or in the world, including my own original country where I come from. So like I was saying, for you guys who don't really know me, I'm from Ghana. I'm originally from Ghana, and I live here in North Carolina now. Some time ago, I moved to Brazil, and I have lived most of my life in Brazil, even though I have visited a lot of countries around the world. And I've been to many countries in Europe. I've been to Britain, I've been to Denmark, I've been to France. I've been to a lot of countries in Europe. I'll make the list after. And I still, choose Brazil. And like I said, I'm here because of my wife. You know, she's going to study and stuff like that. So yeah. And yeah, that is it for today. I'm going back home. I just wanted to explore a little bit with you and then also answer some of your questions. So the truth is, I love, I love Brazil than any other place. And the reason is very simple, because of the vibe in Brazil. The people are very lovely. And the people are very, very supportive too as well. And another reason why I love Brazil is the freedom. You don't really have to have money to do things like going to hospital, going to school, food. So yeah, these are some of the reasons why I love Brazil. Even though our salaries in Brazil is not that much, but quality of life, we have better life. You know, the quality of life in Brazil is good compared to any other place that I've been to, including here. And yeah, it's the reason why. So guys, I hope you like the content too as well. There is a question that somebody asked me about my finances, which I'm going to make sure I answer that one too as well. But like I said, I like to take my time to do videos so that I can typically answer most of your questions. There is one of my viewers who also hasn't been seeing my videos, and she recently saw it and she was asking me what have I been doing, and why have I disappeared for some time. I'm going to do a video about that one too. So thank you so much. Leave your comment at the comment section. Let me know what you want me to vlog about, and your questions are always welcome. Thank you. Peace out.